Hello, my name is Leroy Blevins. Welcome to Mysteries and Histories. In this episode here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the Gordon Arnold story and the JFK assassination. Someone emailed me, or IM me, I should say, on my Facebook and asked me a question about this gentleman here and about his story. Well, I didn't have to look too much into his story here because the story that he tells is a false story. Now, a lot of people sit there and take his story as being true when it comes to JFK assassination, but his story is really easy to solve and to look at that his story is false because when we look at the images, okay, this is Gordon Arnold when he's talking about his experience in the JFK assassination. As you see this tall tree right here, he said the shot came from the left, his left ear, and past his left ear. One, the location where he's claiming he was standing, there wouldn't be able to have no clear shot. A gunman would not have a clear shot to JFK from that location. He'd be shooting over everybody's head, so he'd be shooting up in the air, basically, any shot coming from this location here. Number two is when he's talking about, to put that little bit of drama into it, as I always tell people that that's what they do. They put that drama into it so their story will be more believable. When they're saying an FBI agent or a Secret Service agent come up to him, flash a badge, and says, "You're not allowed being in this location." And then he walks around, then he comes, he says, "Okay," well, then he says he walks along the picket fence area there. So basically, he's claiming there ain't nobody behind the picket fence area at this time. Then he's going to sit there and tell him what a Secret Service agent said he cannot be in this location whatsoever again. So he just walks on the other side of the picket fence, and now he's going to start filming. Okay, this is what I'm saying when it comes to people's research or when somebody's story. We cannot believe every story that's told because they're going to say anything they can to get their names in the history books. You get that fame, you get that glory, that 5 minute fame, and they're going to say anything they can just so people will, so they can be on these TV shows, I want to say, so they can get that fame and that glory. Now, I want to show you something here. Now, first, we're going to look at this image here. Now, do you see, now this is taken right after the assassination. Do you see anybody up in this location here? Now remember, he said he's claiming he's standing way over, he's standing right about here, and this is the tree that he said, where he was standing at right here, and that shot came past his left ear. Now, like I said, a shot from this way, he'd be shooting up in the air because as you notice, this is ground level here. So we look at this, and it's like, wait a minute, his ground level here. So JFK's head, if you look, watch my cursor, you watch on this lamppost here. Remember, he's sitting down inside of a limo. And you got people standing up. As you see, they're standing up here, and this is going up the hillside right here. If he's firing from anywhere to this location here, where's it going to go? Over their heads, as you see. Because you can't aim down because it would strike this wall right here, this retaining wall right here. A shot would strike this wall here or here. Remember, this goes back as well. So there ain't no way he can get a clear shot to JFK. So no shot could come from there. Again, this is not backing up his story. Okay? His story is false. But we see there is nobody there. Now I want to show you something else. Now this is before JFK was assassinated. As you see, there is nobody up here. Only one person we're going to see, which they call the so-called dog man. Okay, they're going to call it the so-called dog man. This is actually another gentleman coming down. If we watch, look at the Mormon photo, okay, which I'll bring that up. Let's bring this back up. We'll bring the Mormon photo up. As you see here, when we look at these images, we have to. That's why I said when you study image and you start going over things, you have to pinpoint exactly where these people were standing at same at that time, I should say, and then so forth and so on. As you see, we got one, two, three guys here standing on the steps right here as JFK's limo is passing them. And remember, JFK Mormon photo, JFK's head already exploded. Okay, because she took it just like a second after JFK's was fatal headshot was taken. We have two guys standing on steps here. What we're seeing is this guy here, you see with my cursor, this is the guy starting to walk down the steps right here. That's him here, and then he comes down and stands right behind him right here. That's already standing there. Because you got this guy here, he's already here. If you watch my cursor, he's here. This guy is right here, but you see there was nobody beside him because this guy is now starting to come down the steps, and that's him right here, the so-called dog man they want to say, but that's this guy right here, and he's actually coming down the steps, and he's going to stand right here, right next to the groundskeeper. So right there already shows you that there was no guy in that area. Now we're going to look at the Mormon photo again, but we're going to look at this part here. As you see, there is nobody standing up here. When we look at the black and white image, we'll even zoom in. There is nobody standing here. There's nobody standing here. There's nobody standing here. Now let me pull this up so everybody can say, well, you know, they're in a, you know, if when you look at it this way, we can see the gunman right here. We see Mr. Spruder, Mrs. Sussman here. We see Bill Newman here. We see three guys standing right here. We see the police officers. We see JFK, Mrs. Kennedy, Governor Connally, his wife, and then the driver over here, and then the other passenger. But there was nobody there. There's nobody there. So the story of Gordon Arnold is another false story. He just did it so he can get his name out there and become famous, get that 5-minute fame and stuff, and get money to be on documentaries and everything else. That's why I said when it comes to JFK assassination, there are so much false claims out there, so much false stories, circulating around. That's why the case will never be solved. Even though if you can have everything in order and all that other stuff, it's never going to be solved because of false claims like this is made. Even till this day, there's still false claims out there being made on this case. But I just want to make this video here to point out that Gordon Arnold's story is a false story as well. So don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends about us. Share this video with other people so they may know this information. Thank you, and you have a pleasant day.